Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you Drinko de Mayo 2. Rob, how are you today?
Good afternoon, everybody. I hate my life, and I want to die now.
All right, guys. So the Anthem podcast, Drinko de Mayo 2. Oh, that's not bad at all.
Regret some bad decisions.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Anthem podcast. This is our special one-off where we get drunk in honor of Cinco de Mayo.
By the way, not such a good decision to make that our 5th episode ever.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I don't know why we were thinking about that, but hey,
now,
it's Cinco de Mayo.
Now, just so everybody knows,
Hasn't started yet.
We have words. We're going to get to that in a second. We got news to get to first. We have important things related to business before we get into the shenanigans. First of all, the love letter
is not posted yet. It'll be up in approximately 6 weeks. You guys should really look for that in about 6 weeks.
Rob likes to make fun, but here's the situation. So, my sister was going to do a mask on one of the scenes. I'll send you shots so you can put in with the video. Obviously, today we're also running live video, so you can see all the fun in that regard. Yeah, so I sent her the clip that needed a mask on it, and she said it was going to take a couple hours.
It's already coming back on me. It's already coming back on me.
Oh, man, I can't. I would love it if you puked on the podcast. We should probably get something just in case. You got a bag?
That's a bag. Ugh, all right.
Anywho, the love letter will be out shortly.
Sure.
It's just being delayed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be foolish enough to make promises on a date anymore. Just know that it's being worked on tediously, and it will be around soon.
And we do want to thank everybody who's volunteering their time to work on it. We joke about it not being up, but people are busy and they're doing their thing. So
yeah, Laura is working really hard for no money on this. So, So hat tip to her.
Oh, hat tip to her.
Yeah.
Stomach tip to me.
Second piece of business. Are you getting the second shots prepared?
I'm refilling you. Yes.
If you remember from 2 weeks ago, me and Steve Breckles, friend of the show, made a
friend of the show,
Steve Breckles, made a bet on the Islanders and Capitals series.
Yes,
I'm a Capitals fan, as
you
can be seen from the video.
Yeah,
and Steve,
I think hockey's stupid. So,
and Steve is an Islanders fan,
right?
But the Islanders lost. So, so Steve is now paying up. He has left us a voicemail, and you will see the video here.
Yes.
Up
over your shoulder.
Either one of our shoulders of his defeat wearing the Capital shirt.
Hey, Corey. Hey, Rob. Steve Breckles here, calling in to officially announce my defeat. What can I say? The Capitals, as much as this hurts to say, were officially the better team. They were the superior team. You guys played a hard-hitting, dirty motherfucking playoff games, but you needed to play that way. I guess they beat the Islanders. And I wish you all the luck in the future. Yeah, it hurts. It really hurts. I hope you enjoy the video, and you guys continue to nail it on the podcast. Congratulations congratulations on the 1-year episode, and again, the Capitals are the better team. Have fun, guys. This is Steve Breckles signing off.
I think he was crying at the end of it. It sounded like he was getting a little emotional.
Well, you know what I think part of it was, too, was he had sent me a voicemail earlier in the week.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, so I sent you the video. You should have that. And I'm going to call you tomorrow with the voicemail. And then I got the voicemail from Steve, and it was just like, hey, Corey, hey, Rob, and then click. So he had to do it twice. So he had to live in that misery twice now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
The hockey is stupid, so just so everybody knows that.
Not to me. I'm going to be there on Monday night. Rachel and I got tickets for Game 3.
Yeah, no.
High fives.
Yeah, we're joined in studio
Yeah,
today.
Rachel is here, as well as EP, the official nurse of the Anthem podcast, who is here to make sure that neither one of us die from what we're about to do. Because it was kind of touch or go there last year.
And as a special note, let's just cover it now. We do have a nurse on staff. Do not try this at home.
Yes, please, for the love of God, do not try this
Even
at
if
home.
we only each have 3 shots, it's still a lot of shots in a very short period of time, and you obviously don't have medical care. So don't try this at home.
Also, furthering on that point, I've read a lot of things on Reddit about what people hate in podcasts.
Yeah.
And one of them is people getting drunk and just like talking with their friends.
Right, yeah.
This isn't our every week.
No.
This is a once a year thing that we do.
Celebration, if you will.
A celebration because we co-opted Cinco de Mayo.
We did.
I mean, it's fairly unusual for white people to take over something that somebody else has made popular, but I mean...
What? When does that ever happen?
But it all started with a round of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, which
on the GameCube,
which is hilariously ironic these days. With shots for every lap won.
Right.
And then we spent the rest of the night in the room playing that game and passing out, not going out to the bar like we had originally planned. So.
No. It was a bad choice then. Still a bad choice now. But here we are. So
we lived. We lived. It's okay.
We survived. I don't want to say living. It wasn't really living. We survived.
We're kind of living.
Yeah.
If you want to call this living.
How much brighter would I be without nights like that? How many brain cells killed?
Well, I guess we should get going.
I don't really want to.
Oh, wait. No. Let's get going. Yes. So the rules, we have keywords that we cannot say or else we have to drink. By
the way, I'm looking at the scorecard. I get initials. You get CB5. When is that? That's not your initials. How dare you?
People know you as RNC.
Yes. People don't.
People know me as CB5, so.
What are your actual initials?
WCB. No, WCPB.
See? Too much.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. CB5's easy.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll always be CB5.
Wait. List up. So, go ahead.
Number one, you've already not counted the 2 shots that we started with. So those will have to be properly...
You guys are like, we're not going yet. It's not time yet. Okay.
Well, we just meant don't horn us yet.
Still count all shots. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Our words are hot words.
Mm-hmm.
If we say any one of these words, we have to take a shot.
It's the alarm.
And get blasted like that with the rap horn.
And DJ EP over here is doing on the 1s and 2s.
So our words are Stephanie Rawlings-Blake, Orioles, any version of police or cops, riots, or the ones that got us in trouble last year, drink, drank, and drunk.
I'm already annoyed by that horn. It's going to be a long day.
EP was trying to pitch that we do like fucker shit too, and I was just like,
no,
we are dead. 20 minutes in, we just be like,
And here's it. I curse so much here, but I'm in court all the time. No cursing. I don't know. It's just something in my brain clicks.
I can't human anymore, and I just collapse.
I need an adult.
I need an adult.
Oh wait, I am an adult. I
All
need an adult. You're an adult. Okay. Can we get a ring starting now? And the game.
So it's now official.
Yes.
Are we throwing Avengers in
sorry.
in there too?
Adding that on the list.
Okay. So yeah.
But now you've said it.
Well, no.
No. Now you've said it. It's on the list. I think that you're going to.
Can I get a ruling from the judge?
I say if you're adding extra words and you want to drink more, so
there you go.
shot.
Consume.
Hold on.
All right.
Oh,
This microphone situation is frustrating.
That chair situation is.
I know. Can you hear that?
Yes.
These are the things people miss when it's not visual.
Nobody else can hear it except for us.
No, they just get the visual of Rob.
They just get the visual of Rob.
So the chair's making a sound for those people who are watching at home.
That's exactly what it's like when Rob has sex, too. He does the horsey move and everything.
Wait. I don't know if that's not true. I don't... Okay, maybe.
Hey, sexy lady.
Ruling from the judge? That's a no. I'm going to say that's a no.
I was going to say one of the words. Thank God I caught myself. I hope I learned my lesson from last year.
Probably not, though.
Probably not. We're already 11 minutes in and I'm 2 down. Wow. So I saw a popular movie yesterday.
Was it the Marvel franchise movie?
I believe so.
Is it directed by Joss Whedon?
Joss Whedon. Earlier outside, I said Josh Whedon so fast that it sounded like I was saying Josh Whedon, and we started doing Whedon. Joss Whedon. Josh Wheatlins.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. It was good. Definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, you're not as enthusiastic as I've seen you.
No, it's. I think the first one was better.
Okay.
Though I do love Elizabeth Olsen.
Yes. What's she? Oh, she's
Scarlet Witch.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, they kept that under wraps for a long time. I didn't even know she was in that movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many bigger names. Elizabeth Olsen isn't a household name like Robert Downey Jr. is or something like that.
Yeah, she's merely
Chris Hemsworth.
The focus of your masturbatory sessions.
No. She's more.
You got dreamy for a second, like, oh well.
She's more the focus of like. She's that girl right now that I wish was in movies with terrible actresses.
Right.
So like, I'll watch a movie with like somebody who's not like it's a movie with Tara Reid. Let's just throw a name out there, and I'm just like, oh man, Elizabeth Olsen should have been in this role.
Right.
It should have been Elizabeth Olsen.
Now, she's in some relation to the other Olsens.
Yeah,
right?
she's the younger sister of the twins.
But
she is actually talented.
Who are boycotting the Full House reboot.
What? I didn't even know anything about that.
An American.
You didn't know about the Full House reboot?
No, I knew about the reboot. I didn't know about them.
Yeah, they're the only ones who aren't coming back. Yeah. America's Sweetheart's my ass.
Uncle Jesse is going to be mad. It's Uncle Jesse, right? I'm looking at the girls for nod.
It's Uncle Jesse.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah.
I followed him on Instagram. He was at Ocean City last year, the same time we were. He was getting crabs, like the same place we got him, and I was like,
Who was Uncle Jesse? Okay, so it was Stamos?
Yes.
I'd fuck Stamos.
Uncle Joey was
Alanis Morissette's
boyfriend.
Yeah.
The inspiration for You
Dave
Ought to Know.
Dave Coulier.
I almost said
You ought to know.
Dave LaFleur. Whoever Dave LaFleur is.
Dave LaFleur.
Yeah, that's the first name that came. Like something French.
There was a great Molson commercial back in the day with the two characters from SCTV.
Deep Pull, yeah.
But they were sitting with hockey legend Guy Lafleur, and they were like having Molsons and just talking, and it's just like, so what does Lafleur mean anyway? It's probably something really badass, like the tiger, the bear, the rabid dog, and it's like, actually, Lafleur means the flower. And then both the guys are just like, just starting to pull away.
It's the first time that actually works, because we
I know, somebody can actually... Nobody just hears my voice getting softer.
Yes.
Lloyd Dobler effect.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
You saw a movie.
I did see a movie.
What was the name of that movie?
I don't remember.
What was what is it about?
It's about a bunch of people
right. And what are they
coming
doing?
together.
Yeah, what are they doing though? They're assembling, right?
Yeah, the assembling certainly happens.
Right, yes.
I know that for a fact.
And I feel like they're out for retribution, yeah?
No, it's not quite the word I'm looking for.
So,
you're close, though.
Yeah, I can't
heating up, getting hot, getting hotter.
Schmishmengers?
At some point when we're like 7 shots in and we're like a little bit like goofy on it, like EP's just gonna shout out things from the corner and we're just gonna be like, no, that's not. You don't know. The movie is really Shawshank Redemption, and you're just like, drink. You're just, fuck!
My black screen.
You got. By the way, that's how most of the consuming happened last time. It was Corey like making pronouncements.
Why didn't we cut those 3 words out?
Those are the fun ones.
Oh God.
Come on, down the hatch. Let's go.
Salut.
All right, I'll go ahead and refill you. So tell us about that Marvel
No, I'm
Universe
done.
movie.
I'm done.
Done what?
I'm done talking about it. Hold on a second. What is that shit?
By the way, this is also what I did to you last year and you didn't notice.
You fix that right now.
Did you do a full shot to him?
No! Like 3/4.
Oh.
Rude.
Last year you didn't notice.
What size bottle is that, by the way? It's not the 750,
this is a
right?
750 milliliter of
We're already like
1800 silver.
Hey,
we're already like 10% down.
What? What about it?
they're not giving you money.
So, this is what we do. We promote products that we like. This is the official tequila of the podcast.
It's the official tequila of Drinko de Mayo too.
It did. And one, too. It's the same one.
Right.
I made sure I get
Like you
some.
said,
That doesn't count.
I think it does.
No.
I'm pretty sure that it
No
does.
way.
I'm pretty
Hold
sure
on.
that it does.
No. Hold on.
Wait. Judge's ruling.
Counts.
Oh!
You
We're speaking about the events.
You made her the judge. She made the call. I don't agree with the decision, but I respect it.
A2 EP.
What do you? Come on now. Come on.
He
Give
gave
me-
like a quarter shot since Rob gave him 3.
No. I dumped it out. It's now in there.
It's the proper amount.
It's not the proper amount because there's still stuff in the glass. So consume.
What am I at already? 4?
This is 4.
We're 20 minutes in.
Not
1
quite.
per 5 minutes. It's pretty good.
No, it's not.
It's not good. It's not at all good. Oh, I have to watch a fight later. How am I?
I didn't mean to do that.
For a minute there, I thought Rob was gonna have to top me off. It's like, what the fuck did I do?
You're gonna watch a fight with a domestic abuser and give him money.
Well, I'm not gonna give him money. I'm going to give money to the person who ordered it.
If you didn't watch it there, then they would have no reason to purchase it.
No, if I didn't go, then it would happen regardless. By the way, we're doing this before the fight, obviously. Yeah. So I'm just going to put my money on Pacquiao right now.
Me too. Just because generally I hate
You got it, Pac-Man. 2 supporters.
Yeah. That's going to be a 3rd round knockout. I'm going to go with 3rd round knockout.
Ooh.
TKO.
TKO? Ooh.
TKO. I'd love a KO, but I think it's going to be a TKO. He's going to knock him and make him all flabby.
Floyd is going to be held down by all his domestic abuse. Jail
He's going to
time.
be. He's just not. He's worried more about the money than anything else. He walks out there and takes a dive in the first.
Oh.
Yeah. If he walks out there and takes a dive in the first round, he still gets paid like $100 million. So I'm sure he doesn't give a shit.
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, you can.
It's gonna happen.
Wait. You can't do what anymore?
No.
You can't participate in this lovely event that we're having?
I can't do podcasts anymore.
Anyway,
That's what I can't do.
Backtracking to the Marvel franchise movie. Is that where we were?
No, we're moving on to the most important story of the week.
Sports.
Okay. Sports ball?
The Orioles played a game.
You did that to yourself. I said sports.
Oh, gosh. You did more shots in the last 3 minutes than you have the 15 minutes before that.
I said sports.
I said sports ball.
All I'm doing is thinking back to when...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Your glass is empty. Let me top you off there. Go ahead.
Don't top me off. Proper amount.
There we go.
Right.
I got it.
All I'm thinking about right now is when Rob texted me beforehand. I was just like, "Are you gonna pick up tequila on the way? Because it's Drinko de Mayo."
I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a double. You can work through that as much as you want. Okay. So you asked me if I was gonna pick up tequila, and what happened after that? Why would I be picking up tequila?
You said ugh.
I did.
And I'm like, come on, we promised it to the people.
Well, no, I did. I said that about the tequila, not about the event. I'm down with the event.
Yeah.
We could have done Jameson, and I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
But you insisted on tequila.
Well, that's what we do.
Yeah. So stop distracting.
The Baltimore Local 9 played a game.
The Baltimore Professional Baseball Club?
Baseball franchise played a game with no fans in the stand.
Yes, they did.
Now that there's been all this distraction, it's not nearly as fun anymore. To talk about this, like this is the most important story of the week.
It is the most important story.
Shout out to Shanny, posse member, being on the outskirts of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And on the news.
Yeah.
Yes.
And on FoxSports.com or
BBC.
Yeah. Not wearing the Anthem beads, but it's okay.
Come on. I guess she didn't know she was going to be on the list, though.
We're bringing them to reopening day.
Yes, which everybody should go out to. Actually, yeah, no, this comes out after that. No, it comes out before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. May 11th. It's a Monday, right? Yeah, Monday.
Reopening day. We're supporting.
We are.
Oh, God.
We're supporting the Baltimore Major League Baseball franchise.
I can already feel it churning. And I know that this is not going to, like, sit well. And the worst part is... The worst part is the, like, not the immediate, but, like, the 20 minutes... the 20 minutes later when this all rushes and hits me at the same time.
Yeah, you just pass out.
Like, or whatever that noise was I made last year.
Last year it was this.
There was a caw in there or something like that, like a random animal noise.
No, that was before. And then after he had to do 2 back-to-back is when he was like... Goodness gracious, that was a large one.
She said.
Do you need the barf back? Oh, yes. Let me refill you up there, buddy.
I hope I don't need it. Oh. It looks...
Let's at 20. I got 22 minutes in. Can we have a tally? What's the tally?
CP5 6 RNC 1.
Taking one every 4 minutes.
You know what? You know what makes me nervous?
What's that?
Is at some point I'm going to be like, hopefully, like a famous celebrity,
Yes.
and I'm gonna have to like speak in front of some media, and I'm gonna have to be selective with my words to make sure that I don't.
Right.
I specifically know
The words not to say.
words not to say. Just makes me worried that at some point I'm just gonna be like sitting in an interview line, and Entertainment Tonight's gonna come by, and they're gonna be like, what about that latest paternity test? I'll be like, oh, who said paternity test? Oh, fuck. And then I start drinking.
I am worried more that someday you're going to have to be in front of a group of children giving a speech, and somebody's like, Mr. Baker, you're teaching very responsible drinking here at the school today. How do you explain this video from 2015? By the way, I'm going to call myself on that because I said the D word. What were you? Yeah, I called myself on it.
Well, I was calling you on it.
Slow on the pickup. Nobody picked it up except for me.
A little.
I picked it up. I was just slow to.
She's in the middle. She's in the middle of tallying.
I was
Sure.
looking at the important information here.
Trying to keep tabs on how many shots I've had so far is a yeoman's job.
Salud. Anyway, that you'll have to justify this video to
Yeah.
a group of children someday.
Well, what I would like to say now, and what I hope I will say then, is children, please Don't live by our example whatsoever.
Dear God,
Do as we say, not as we do.
in all aspects of life.
Listen. We can all respect Hemingway as an artist. We don't have to live his life. We can all respect Hunter S. Thompson as an artist. We don't need to.
What?
Alcohol abuse.
Don't let the people who've been consuming shots pour them. That's how that happens.
Oh, man. All I know is that Ivy is going to be great.
That chicken really hit the spot. I'm glad I had that. So anyway, the Baltimore professional baseball franchise played a historic game.
In front of no people.
Well, and I want to say it's that
Except for the
historic.
ones who were locked out.
Watching.
All
Yes,
the
watching.
good people watching from the outside.
Yeah.
I wish I was there with you.
So here's what I'll tell you about that. Actually, the attendance wasn't 0. It was 2.
Technically, it was 0, though.
Right. Because you know who those 2 people were?
Because employees aren't allowed to be...
employees don't count.
Scout and the scoreboard operator.
Is that who they were counting as the 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I heard more than that then. Because the mayor's office sent 2 representatives, and they were like, so happy to be supporting our hometown team here today.
Something tells me that's not I don't think it's fair unless you quote them exactly.
Not unless quotes are the exception. Judge?
No,
Because they're not the exception when I talk about what the name of the episode is. So don't improperly contribute.
Okay, so anyway,
Quotes.
the mayor's office apparently sent some people, and then they were very upset. Everyone else was very upset. Like, we have a city that is burning itself down, and you
Yeah.
sent staffers to go to the Orioles game?
Woo!
As soon as I said it.
Catching up.
Was it 3 to 6?
3 to 6.
I've realized what my new strategy has to be.
Stay quiet.
Don't talk, just let Rob take it.
Anyway, so yes, but there was an official.
Don't talk, don't imbibe.
There was an official attendance of 0. Whew, to the greater glory of God. Fuck. A duck.
Your Diet Pepsi chaser.
Actually, it's Pepsi Max, the refreshing drink of a new generation.
Now look at me. Now look at me. Seriously. Come close. Papa Corey's talking. Fuck Pepsi. Anywho.
And now we don't get sponsorship from either of them.
Well, I don't want sponsorship from Pepsi.
Yeah.
Because it's dirty slime water.
Sure.
And they kill children.
What? I don't think that's the case.
I heard it on Twitter, so...
Anyway, so our hometown team had an attendance at their
The
game.
Baltimore Local 9.
That was...
Oh, wait, no, sorry.
I saw the horror in your eyes. So you're like, what did I say? What did I
was
say?
like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
False alarm.
So, our hometown team here had an attendance that was much more similar to the Tampa Bay Rays
Yeah.
or the Montreal Expos.
What I enjoy is that the Baltimore Local 9 will be the Local 9 of St. Petersburg this week, where they get the home gate and the concessions.
Do they?
From Tampa for the games played there,
Right.
but they also have to pay everybody who works at the stadium. And every single ticket for the game is a flat rate, general admission, like $10.
And
only 1,000 people showed up last night.
well, it's 'cause no.
That's a usual.
If the home team
That's a
is
usual
playing,
Tampa Bay Thursday night.
They are playing the home
Friday
team.
night.
It's just not. It's at their stadium. But
Nobody wants to go over that fucking bridge. Tampa, you don't deserve baseball.
You don't deserve baseball. That team should move. And didn't the owner say they were thinking about moving to Montreal?
No.
No, that's
That
right.
was a
said
clip from Oldman where he said that
there should be a team in
there
Montreal.
there will be a team at some point.
Don't
5 years, no. 20 years, yes.
Don't have them play in that monstrous stadium that seats 100,000 and it makes it look like 20,000 people are nothing.
Well, they would build a new stadium. They were going to build a new stadium before they left.
Yeah.
But
instead they came here and took our TV
media
dollars.
share.
Thanks. Yeah. Anyway, so
By the way, we're half hour in, and
Yeah.
we haven't really
we're gonna get to it.
tackled
We're gonna
the
get
real
to it.
issue of the
We're
day.
gonna get to it because you made this the real issue of the day. So here's what I'll say: the
This
problem,
podcast is only 45 minutes today, so I don't know what we're stalling.
the attendance doesn't count.
At some point, I'm just gonna be like, "Well, I think we've done it."
I will continue it. But the attendance doesn't count, and there was no attendance in a game that does count, which means that our yearly number of folks is going to be abysmal this year.
No, but you know
You're
what?
taking away like 70,000 people.
You know what? Everybody likes to shit on the Angelos family.
Yeah.
But
Hell yes.
here's what I'm gonna say.
Yes.
They're taking 0 paid attendance for one game.
Right.
They're doing a doubleheader, single admission doubleheader, to make up for the 2 games.
Which we will be at.
And
May 28th.
they're losing 3 home games because they're playing them in Tampa, but Tampa won't switch
Right, yeah.
and do a home series later.
Seriously, though, assholes. Really?
Well, it's part Tampa and part Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was one of those things like Major League Baseball was just like, Tampa, do you want to switch one of your home series or one of your road series to a home series? No. All right. Well, we asked Tampa, and they said no.
Sorry, your city's up in flames.
Sorry, your city's in such shit luck.
But, to his credit...
But to the Angelos family credit, they are paying all the employees who would be working at the stadium this week.
I heard that
Fully.
was fiction.
No, that's
Nope.
absolutely true.
It's absolutely true.
Is it?
They are paying the people, and they're paying the staff in Tampa because they have to pay for the staff there.
Yeah.
Because Nikki said that it wasn't.
She's not an Orioles employee. God damn it, she's not an employee of the team. She's employed by...
Can I get like a...
She's employed
I
by
love it.
she's employed by a private subcontractor to the franchise.
So nobody who works for Delaware North gets paid.
No, wait, isn't that the food vendor?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they get paid.
Okay.
She works for
As long
Dempsey's, which is not. It's in the. It's
as long as Larry gets paycheck, I'm all right.
Oh yeah, Larry. Don't want to punish Larry.
Larry.
He's on a fixed income. By the way, you let him dry off the seats, but you don't give him a tip. Asshole. It's like you've never worked in food service
You don't
before.
tip him either.
I have him do no work. If he does work for me, I tip him. If he dries off my seat, I give him a tip. I say, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. And he wipes off Corey's. Then he wipes off mine, and I give him a tip.
I told him the same thing, and he did it anyway.
So tip the man.
Listen,
If he
I
does work,
maintain.
tip him.
Hold on, I
You're
maintain.
listening.
I maintain that.
Oh my god. Is that number 4 for you?
Yes.
I maintain that I will tip anybody who does a job that I wouldn't prefer to do myself.
That's a bullshit way to think, though.
No,
You need to tip him for doing
listen.
work.
When I go to the strip club and the guy in the bathroom puts soap in my hand,
Yeah.
I don't tip that man because I'd rather put soap in my own hands. I don't want some guy like reaching over like, oh,
So-
there you go. Here's your one towel.
America, I want you to pay attention. One of us is a defender of the proletariat. One of us is management.
I don't think you know what the word proletariat is.
Proletariat's a working class. Specifically, the working underclass, what we would classify as the working poor.
Okay,
today.
so somewhere over here is going to be a definition of proletariat because Rob
And I'm
feels
gonna
like he's
laugh
going to need to be
when I
superior
correct
about
I
it.
didn't mean to do that. I meant to search proletariat.
I was like,
Is proletariat one of the words? Fuck,
I didn't remember.
We've said it 5 times.
But
Man,
no,
somebody
so,
was really on point by suggesting that word.
in
My
the
cheek is right, as much as I don't want to admit it. The proletariat is a term used to describe the class of wage earners in a capitalist society whose only possession of significant material value is their labor power. A member of such a working class is a proletariat.
Okay, so
why would you question my knowledge when it comes to politics and history?
because I was pretty sure that proletariat was not a capitalist thing.
No, you were looking for the term bourgeoisie. That's a whole different thing. You're thinking of
the
bourgeoisie.
bourgeoisie. Why did I forget?
Hold on, here's my question.
Speaking of bougie, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, why don't we have a camera on EP?
Because he's in the corner in this fucking
Nobody puts
Listen,
Speedy in the corner.
Listen, one of these days we're going to have a very large studio, and you're going to regret every word you said to me about where you're sitting.
I'm still going to stick her in the corner. That's where she's going to be sitting.
We're going to have 400 square feet, and she's still in the corner.
Over in the corner, please.
Anyway.
We're coming to you today, by the way, from the luscious and lavicious OTA studios, deep in the heart of the earth.
By the way, I like that the camera that's pointed at me shows like a workspace and like art on the walls.
What is mine?
And the one that's pointed at Rob shows like a dank laundry room.
Well, what people don't know is we were actually in two very different locations. We have it set up very nicely.
This is a remote feed.
What is that thing called? Because we were talking about in Ocean City. When it looks like you're sitting in the same room, but you're not, and it goes over the internet.
Streaming.
Oh, shit. No, there's like a certain thing.
Skype?
No, go back to episode whatever where we're in the place.
Best of Baltimore.
It's the best of Baltimore.
Whatever, when we're in the place.
Or backtrack to the time when Rob made a badass video on Instagram with a kicking filter.
By the way, I really like the video that you posted on Facebook with the like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, Rob, and it's just like, that ain't me, baby.
Everybody should check me out at Robert N. Cheek on what was that?
Nobody saw. Oh wait, it's on video. Hopefully it got cut out by the graphic.
Yeah. But no, everybody should check out at Robert and Cheek on Instagram. I had the funniest video, and I was sitting there super pissed off about our next topic, and then the commercial came on, and I was like, let's do a little bit of comic relief here. And then I subsequently spent 40 minutes trying to film that video, by the way. So
Can we move on to the serious topic?
Let's move on to the serious topic.
All right, because I feel like we've bullshit.
We only have 70 minutes left in this podcast.
We only have 190 minutes left in this podcast.
We're in for the long haul. We're here reporting live from Parkville, Maryland. I'm Don Lemon. I'm a racist and a classist and an asshole.
What's the guy from NBC? Lester
Brian
Holt.
Williams? Oh.
No, I like Lester Holt. I'm Lester Holt.
It's NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams. This is Lester Holt filling in.
I like his voice. He has a very deep.
Yes, he does.
Lester Holt here reporting.
You know what else is deep?
What?
That hairline.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a 5-head. He's rocking a 5-head.
Just aside, the first night that WBAL didn't do like breaking news the entire night,
right? Yeah.
And they like actually did the NBC Nightly News as planned. Lester Holt was here. They did like a quick off. Like, now we're gonna go to our reporter in the field who's going to talk to Lester Holt about what's gonna happen tonight. And then the camera angle that they had on him was like low and terribly lit,
right?
And it made him look like a horrible old man with like a huge bald spot. And then 15 minutes later, they put on the NBC Nightly News, and he was there, and he's just like, I'm Lester Holt, live in Baltimore. And he looked like a strapping man, and I'm just like, that's the difference between local and national production value.
That says everything. I always love watching, because...
That's why they put the good-looking people in the field, except for Jane Miller.
Although, she kicks ass doing the
she's great
reporting.
Oh, that wasn't a dig on Jane Miller. That was just saying that she is so talented that she doesn't need to be.
She's got a face for radio.
She doesn't need to be. She doesn't need to be beautiful because she's so good as a reporter.
So I had friends. Jeff.
Look at EB shaking her head. Look at EB.
We're crossing some boundaries, I think. My
here's
roommate,
the line. Here's us.
Louis crossing. My roommate Jeff was on the Hofstra television channel. And some of the reporting that they did was kind of the same as the local TV WBOC over on the Eastern Shore. Can you tilt the screen down? He wants to see himself because he's full of it.
No, I was just making sure that the light was still on and recorded.
Yeah, so WBOC and other local news tends to be a lot like Hofstra TV.
No. Keep talking.
Sorry, so I'm going to keep talking. But when you get to the big boys, that's the cable news networks, they obviously have a lot better production value.
Yeah.
Except for when Don Lemon starts cutting people off because they're saying shit that he doesn't like. Miguel from CNN you are my fucking hero, man. Like, I want you to take Don Lemon's place and get that. He got shoved off a sidewalk. He looked at the cop and said, "Are we under martial law? Then get your hands off me. I'm reporting." And I was like, "Oh, yes. Yes, sir." And then Don Lemon's like,
Hey, you said cop.
Ah! The gap is closing. The gap is closing. Viva la proletariat!
Proletariat.
I think we should have made that one of the
That
words.
needs to be a special
So,
Nope.
Viva la proletariat.
I'm going to take that and put that in
Viva la
there.
proletariat!
So, anyway, he was getting shoved off a sidewalk, and he said, "What is it? Are we under martial law? I'm trying to report." And Don Lemon cuts him off and says, "We don't need you in prison. Let's go live to blah, blah." And I'm like, what, so you cut his feed? Like he's going to stop reporting?
Yeah.
Such an asshole. I hate Don Lemon. I'm just going to say this. Look, and I say this with all the support of my many Twitter followers. Don Lemon is an Uncle Tom. Cut and dry.
Ooh!
Oh, I said it.
Ooh, shots fired.
Uncle Tom Don. Uncle Tom Don. Close enough. Whatever. Salud!
You know who else doesn't care about black people?
George Bush. Who else?
I was leading you, hoping
Okay.
you would talk about the current mayor.
Wait, Sheila Dixon?
No,
Martin O'Malley?
not the one who got busted for.
Shopping. Martin O'Malley?
Well, it was technically what was the charge?
It was improper use of government.
No. It was actual.
I don't know.
No.
No.
Starts with an E.
Oh, X.
Expungement.
No.
Excellence.
No.
Eggs.
You are getting thrown out of office for being too good at office. Excellent.
That's a reason that you get kicked out in Baltimore. So,
Yeah. Listen,
although
we
it's
really
not-
need somebody who's going to keep the black people down, so you're doing way too much for the city, so you got to get the fuck out.
Well, and that's why Mosby won't be in office very much longer. By the way, Mosby, also my girl. Yes. I love it. So anyway, it wasn't Sheila Dixon. Martin O'Malley?
No, two after that.
William Donald Schaefer?
No, two after that.
Oh,
Well, I already
Nick
said
Mosby?
Sheila Dixon.
Nick Mosby?
No.
Who will be the next?
Embezzlement.
Embezzlement. That's the word.
Yes, okay.
Sheila Dixon was arrested for embezzlement.
Right. Yeah. What was our current mayor?
I don't remember.
Well, here's the thing. I gotta say,
all I know is I saw a sign last night on WBAL that said "Get the fuck out," and I was all about that sign.
here's what I want the Twitterverse and all of our followers to know: that Corey obviously is 100% supporter of the current mayor because he would know who she was otherwise. So, what's it worth to you, bro? What's it worth to you?
What I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to not only say that I'm shaking my head vigorously, but shake my head vigorously because that's one of the words I know.
You would certainly know her
I'm
name.
not that
if
dumb.
you hated her that much, you would know her name.
Listen, from this point on, to avoid a penalty, I made the argument to my dad, and I made the argument to you, and I'm going to do it again here on the podcast.
Sure.
Being mayor of Baltimore is like Russian roulette.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, somebody's going to get in trouble for everything that everyone else has done before you.
Yeah. That's quality pod right there. Yeah.
At some point, somebody's going to get in trouble for the work that everyone has done before you.
Yes.
If you just happen to be holding the gun when there's a bullet in the chamber, it's your fault.
Right. Russian roulette style.
Yeah. It's not Martin O'Malley's fault who did zero tolerance policing.
Yes.
By the way.
Well, it would be his fault if he wasn't running for president.
Well,
he would fall in the Democratic sword.
I'm surprised he actually showed up.
Yeah.
Did you hear about him? Okay, so quick story.
Yeah.
Martin O'Malley showed up in West Baltimore.
Yes.
Trying to act as the great community leader and the one who solved all our problems.
Right.
And as he's having a live talk on CNN, there are people screaming in the background so loud that it's picked up on camera and so quickly that they can't 7-second delay it.
Right.
Saying things like, "You're the reason we're in this fucking trouble." And it's like, "You're responsible for more black deaths than anybody." And all sorts of shit like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Martin O'Malley.
Not his fault, though, because he's not there.
The Great White Hope, who killed millions of black people. Not millions, but what's another number? Thousands.
Thousands.
Hundreds.
Hundreds of thousands.
Dozens.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lots
I'm
of
not
people.
good with this math thing. All I know is that it's a number, and black people, and dead, and Martin O'Malley.
And what is the name of The Wire, the fictional Mayo on The Wire?
Tom Carcetti.
Tom Carcetti.
Yeah, Thomas Carcetti.
So for those of you who have not seen The Wire, watch it because you can re-experience the city under a mayor who is not Martin O'Malley. Yeah.
And a city president who is not Sheila Dixon.
Right. No, wait, so Sheila Dixon became mayor, and somebody became the new
City
council president.
Yeah.
You loved her. What was her name?
Oh God, I am gonna.
You loved her, and you loved. Then she became mayor, and you loved her as mayor too.
In lieu of a shot, I'm gonna spend time punching you in the face. I think that's what's.
I'm just saying. I think if you hated her, you would really know who she was. But
I
apparently
do know
you
who she was.
I'm not sensing that because it's like you don't even know her name.
Let's get to the charges, shall we?
Well, let's start here.
Since we're speaking of what she is responsible for.
Let's start on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because we recorded last week's episode on Saturday.
Oh God. Oh man.
Rob may or may not have advocated for open violence in the streets, and then what happened?
May or may not have.
All right, so I did advocate for open violence in the streets.
I would like to imagine that people heard the podcast and then
before it dropped.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys
before Tuesday.
obviously.
Much like Jay-Z and Eminem, the album got leaked beforehand.
Before the drop.
Yes.
Somewhere on the dark pages of the internet,
Yes.
people are listening to the Anthem podcast and not subscribing on iTunes
Subscribe on iTunes
or Stitcher or
Dogcatcher,
Dogcatcher or whatever.
Yes.
It all counts the same. But if you're going to do it on iTunes, rate us, please.
Or YouTube.
Or YouTube. Just thumbs up. Subscribe. The whole.
Anyway, so yes.
And if you do, just call the listener line and be like, I love your show.
Yes, we always appreciate
443-219-7595.
What's that number again?
443-219-7595.
So what happened is, I think it did leak, and the youth, who are my people, obviously, said, he's right. Let's burn this bitch down. Which is not what I said, by the way. Not to clarify.
I have a counter argument.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think that the youth took the lead of a passioned leader.
No, they absolutely didn't. Yeah.
What happened rather instead was all the youth collected at Mondawmin Mall like they usually do, and then when they met there to catch the buses that take them to their homes, they were met with closed bus lines, and instead a line of constables.
Wait. So they magically appeared in England? Is that what you're saying happened?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, they magically appeared in England.
They magically appeared in Oliver Twist, England, where a line of constables in away constable gear.
Wait. I am going to go to the judges.
Can I get a reminder of the
No, absolutely
words?
not.
No,
Absolutely not. Because I want to go to the judges because I think that the rule was any form of.
No,
Was it specific?
The words that are on the paper.
All right, okay, because I thought it was any form of those words, much like any form of what's the other one?
He's not going to say it. You're trying to.
Shut up, she's drunk. Anyway, so we.
Are you talking about Stephanie McMahon?
Wait, I'm gonna go to the judges because I think we said any portion of the name.
It's her full name, though.
Oh, come on.
Oh wait, it's full name?
No, it's not. It's any portion of the name.
Is it?
Because I said it's okay to say mayor, but not okay to say.
Listen.
Can you say SRB?
Can we have a minute?
No. Well,
No,
you're
no,
the judge. You're the judge. So
No, that I don't think that should be allowed. But I don't think if you say it specifically as just the first part or just the last hyphenate last part.
That totally counts.
No,
Totally
listen.
Judges,
hold
judges.
on. Can we have a moment here?
Sure.
I said Stephanie McMahon so I can tag WWE and Stephanie McMahon in this thing,
Bullshit.
and then bring a whole bunch of people in, and
Bullshit.
just make them listen to our podcast because I'm sure they like us.
You've now said it twice, and you're trying to get around it. But you're referring.
Have I heard
to
a horn? Have I heard a rap horn?
I'm going to go to the judges. He intentionally said the name, but not the same name, just to get around the rules. And that's cheating. That's cheating. It's basically cheating.
Well, I mean, I do think that the word Stephanie is blasphemy in this
Right.
podcast.
Hit it.
No, hold on. Don't listen to us.
Hit it twice.
Listen, no. Hold on. Wait, where's due process in this thing?
Otherwise, you're
just letting him argue and not me?
You're totally saying that name is
Where's
okay.
the due process?
I'm going to start using that name widely instead of saying she should not be named. So, it's for your listening pleasure. What would you prefer?
I will say, from now on...
Oh!
Listen, Mayor of Baltimore, making up rules as you go along.
That's exactly what the Mayor of Baltimore is doing.
Yes, it is. So.
I'm giving you guys space to destroy.
Destroy my liver.
So from here on out, no mention of that name at all. Mainly because of the women in my life.
Well, real quick, hold on.
Yes.
As a timeout.
No timeout.
Hold on, timeout.
No timeout.
I need to know a ruling.
Game is on, so ask your question, but don't state words.
Yes. Listen, Zach Morris.
Well, then I just won't even ask it. I just won't even go down that road.
Okay,
because I don't want to fear the punishment.
Can we do a constitutional conversation quickly?
Sure.
Okay, so
just me and you.
So Saturday.
Not everybody who's being arrested unduly.
Oh well, yeah, they're going to be involved though.
Okay.
So
where are they being arrested by the way?
LEOs, is that right? Yeah, LEOs. So anyway, because we're allowed to use any word that's not those words. Point being, Saturday we recorded the podcast. I may or may not have advocated for open violence in the street. What we saw on Monday was not that. What we saw on Monday was people rioting and looting.
Oh! That's why I wanted to look at the words again, because I was going to say it myself.
I forgot that was the word. All right. So wait, what's the score?
It is now 6-6.
It's all tied up. It's all tied up. Salud.
Guess where we are in this point of the night. The part where I start smoking inside.
Yeah, never mind. I'm, nothing. Anyway,
KB's okay. He knows.
Well, technically, I think by his own actions, he has allowed that behavior. So, I can't even.
I try not to do it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so what we saw on Monday was lawlessness. It was people who were not inspired by a movement, but were instead inspired by this. There was a justifiable pushback against the police. God damn it!
Go ahead, sir. Your move.
Here's the thing. Just keep track of what I haven't taken, because I'm going to get through this and try to see where I am at the end. So, LEOs showed up at the mall. They shut down the bus lines because there was
Hold on!
Wait.
What?
You said you're going to keep track of what you're...
No, I did not. I said keep track of how many. I said keep track of how many.
Drinking.
I did not. I said keep track of how many.
Dead.
I did not. We need to go to the tape. We'll do that after.
That was
keep
checking
track
the
of how
tape.
many. All right, so
as long as I make EP laugh, I feel
Anyway.
like I'm okay.
so
I feel like other people are laughing if EP's laughing.
they showed up. The kids had nowhere to go,
Mm-hmm.
and they
were met by a hostile audience.
They were met by a very hostile audience, who then started to corral them into a defined area. And I don't know if you know anything about teenagers. They don't really like that.
Well, I know a little something about teenagers who live in that area of town.
Yes, they don't take that shit. So,
i.e. season 4 of The Wire?
yeah, basically. So, what they started to do was they started to push back, and when they pushed back, the LEOs then retreated from the neighborhood. And when that happened, then the cockroaches come out. It's like turning off the lights in, Corey's kitchen. All the once the lights are out and the LEOs are gone, the cockroaches come out, and those are the people who were burning the CVS and looting stores and all of that stuff. Those were those people.
Mm-hmm.
We did not see the kind of organized chaos that I was hoping for. What I want And to any million or billionaires listening to me, this is what I want. I want to have an organized resistance that is made up of a highly trained and highly equipped group of 1,000, let's say, Minutemen. Yeah, right? Yeah, rude.
Sorry.
Rude. Rude. Minutemen.
Listen, I've had how many so far?
6.
Yeah.
Not an excuse. Not an excuse.
He said 6 too.
It's like one every
He's 2-1.
one every
Robert
10
is
minutes.
2-1.
Anyway, yeah, I know, right? Rude. So, we need a highly equipped, highly trained group of about 1,000 people who can show up to events like this and stand between the LEOs and the people. And when the
I
LEOs,
do believe that's the National Guard.
no, because they get called out on the other side, and they get called out to, support the LEOs. Do you have a window? What the hell, dude? Open a window.
The struggle
I don't have a window.
Is there nothing?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Oh, God. All right, anyway. So I'm going to keep talking. You figure out that situation. So what we need is a highly trained staff that can get in between the LEOs and the people. We need them to have shields. We need them to have batons. We need them to have vests and have masks. And when they do that, they get to be the barrier between the oppressors and the oppressed. And hopefully... What is going on here? So hopefully, if
Real quick, we're stuck.
So you guys are going to need to flee.
I apologize to the audience.
I think
taking the tear gas out.
I know the sun makes it worse because then we can see it and it's like it's in the air. Anyway, so
That'll
we
be
don't-
enough of this cup.
So we don't have. Oh no! Oh, I can't hear. I'm deaf. And this is what happens when you consume alcohol on the podcast. Things just start going awry.
This is probably why the people on Reddit hate it.
Probably so. Anyway, so here's the point. The point is that they are outmanned, they are outgunned, they are outprotected, and they need to have that. Because what happens when you line up in lines like that is that the people, they're going to start throwing stones. They're going to start. I mean, basically, what it comes down to is Baltimore has turned into Gaza. That it's been occupied by forces, by American troops, and the people are going to fight back against it. It's the natural inclination of human beings to want to be free, and the view of an oppressor makes you feel like you're not free. So I advocated for that on Saturday. Everything I predicted came true on Monday, and then they instituted, and I want to be clear with this, an unconstitutional curfew.
Yes.
Curfews are unconstitutional. You have an absolute right under the Constitution to freely move about in public spaces as much as you want. So therefore, a curfew obviously impedes on that. Go ahead.
Can I cut in for a minute here?
Sure.
Because you've been talking for a few minutes
Getting
and I want
a
to
little
reset the feed.
Sure, getting a little preachy. Why are we resetting the feed?
Because it only records for like 29 minutes at a time, and I don't want to lose.
Okay. Do we need to snap it again?
No, I'll figure it out.
So
What I really would like to say is that immediately after the podcast last week, we recorded on Saturday.
Yes.
Prior to any kind of shenanigans that happened.
Yes.
And then our beloved mayor, Papa Doc Duvalier,
Yes. Lost control of her city.
Well, she was about to have a press conference.
Oh yeah, we watched that here.
We watched that
Yes,
here.
we did.
As the podcast was processing the audio. And this is something that wasn't reported.
Papa Doc Duvalier. Papa Doc Duvalier.
This was something that wasn't reported by anybody because it got lost up in the giving people.
But we called her out.
We
on it.
saw her do it.
Yes.
And I would like to bring this out to mass media attention again.
Let's do it again.
The mayor of Baltimore,
Choose those words wisely.
who may or may not be Papa Doc Duvalier,
Papa Doc Duvalier. Papa Doc Duvalier.
when she wasn't live for her press conference, where she had to put on her sad face and be like,
Oh, she was live. She just didn't.
She was
know
live. She was live, but she didn't. She wasn't aware that cameras were broadcasting her.
Right.
Winked and laughed with the media
Right.
and said, "Yeah, just check my Twitter feed."
Right.
Exactly like that, and like pointed like
At somebody.
like the gun, like boo. Check my Twitter feed. Boom!
Felt kind of like it was CJ who was, CJ was banging Danny.
Yeah.
And it was like the guy she's banging, like, hey,
Right.
check that Twitter feed, baby.
The guy who...
You've heard it here first.
The guy who is not Mr. Duvalier.
Right. She may or may not be sleeping with a member of the media. I don't know. I can't confirm.
It just seemed a lot like...
It seemed a lot like that.
Yeah, so that happened.
Yes.
And I would like everyone to know that.
Yes.
And then after that, she said, we gave people room to destroy. And I like how she furthered, like, don't get my words twisted.
That's not what I said.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said.
Even though I'm sure we could pull up, like, an exact quote of what she said.
No, they were playing the video.
Yeah.
There are YouTube mixes where it's her saying it, and then her saying, that's not what I said, and then her people saying, that's not what I said, and then her again actually saying it.
I like that there were 2 days in a row where that Twitter feed that she was talking about before cameras went live on her.
Yeah.
Twitter feed had apologies for the words that got twisted.
Right.
And then the thugs comment.
Right.
I would like to take a moment here to talk about some controversy that has come from my use of the word thugs.
We should have made thugs a word.
Nah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well,
I got like heartburn like a bitch. I'm getting too old for this.
I just wish I had the courage of Carl Stokes.
Oh shit, that's right.
You're lucky I'm not making you do another one.
I feel like this is a little big. I feel like
No, that's judges.
Probably counts for two.
Take it.
It's a delayed shot, so
Now you need. What was that? Is there feedback or is that me? What?
No.
I think I'm losing my mind. Go ahead. Your beloved mayor said something.
Oh my god.
I mean, obviously you love her because you can't remember her name.
No, I know her name.
What's her name?
I just don't want to say it because I don't want to.
I feel like it's something hyphen something.
Something hyphen something.
What?
You're being very cautious this year.
We are very cautious. Well, not apparently not. So.
All I know is that at one point last year I said I was going to be cautious, and then I ended up doing 10 more shots after that point. Because I do remember last year I was, I feel like the first half hour went by, and I was just like, this has been pretty dry. We've been pretty good about this. And then I just threw out the words a couple times. I'm like, oh shit, you caught me. Clink. And then all of a sudden those 2 shots allowed me to get to the point where I was just like, Donald Sterling's a fucking racist. Ah, shit.
By the way, side note, that is why we did not make any curse words. The words that we can't.
Yeah. Jim said any word that begins with an E, or any word that has an E in it. Yeah. I was just like, oh my god, that fuck.
And by the way, Jim, asshole, listen, don't let me plug my book. If I plug my book, that's a drink. It'd be worth it.
Rob's gonna be the big loser tonight.
Okay, so here, let's talk about this because I'm gonna do it right now. I'm refilling it, but Rob is extremely tired because he's been fighting the forces of oppression all week long. That's what.
Listen, I went to a movie last night.
What'd you say?
I don't remember.
Your memory's kind of hurting.
Yeah, it's probably from all the tequila.
So I've been up fighting the forces of oppression all week, and by fighting, what I mean.
Oh, really? You've been marching along the streets all night?
I've been tweeting and Facebooking and fighting racist. By the way, how many people do you know that now you know they're super racist because of this? Yes. And I'm like, my policy has been this, and I was telling the people today. By the way, my point is I'm super drunk, and as soon as I said it, now I can't do. I'm going to do back-to-back partial ones because I'm not like Corey. I will. I have to be a legal observer this afternoon.
I really like having EP as a judge. This is what was sorely missing last year.
Yes, because we couldn't judge each other. But no, I have to go be...
No man can judge me. Only God can judge me.
And sometime tonight, I have to be a legal observer. And just so everybody is clear, I would not do that if I had been If I was under the influence, I would not do that. But I'm scheduled to be
Right.
a legal observer.
Well, you can come out and watch
really-
the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight for a little bit, and then go be a legal observer.
I don't need to be there till like 9:45 anyway.
Once you've sobered up.
Yeah. So I got plenty of time. So everybody has.
So you can see the Pacquiao TKO, and then
in the third round, and wish I had put a bet on it. Anyway, what were we talking about?
By the way, American Pharaoh wins the 141st Kentucky Derby.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to send a big fuck you out to the charity who no longer lets me be on their board because I espouse my political beliefs. That's oppression. Can we agree? That's oppression.
Wait, is that a private charity?
Yeah, no, it's a couple of
some pent-up frustrations coming out like just months later.
It's because
I have some pent up frustration.
Well, shut up. Here's the thing. It's because how this
Take
is
your damn shot.
this is I'm taking it. This is the policy. No, because I'm gonna. All right, shut up. Oh God.
One more to go still.
I know.
I'm about to do it now, but I'm just.
So here's the thing. They kicked me off last fall for espousing my political beliefs on my Facebook, and then called and asked me to sell tickets
Fuck that.
to their event. Listen, I hope there's no hard feelings. I hope you understand why we had to do what we had to do. But since last year you sold all those tickets, we were wondering if you could sell tickets again this year.
We just happen to notice you have a pretty large Facebook friend list, and
so that was the thing. I was like, listen, I understand your frustration with me that I espouse my political beliefs, but what do I bring to the table? I bring the fact that when I post something, 3,000 people see it. And so what they want is they want the best of both worlds.
Can we take a timeout?
Sure. We'll be right back after this.
And we're back.
Hey.
Thank you for sticking through that technical difficulty.
And I think I am owed one. Correct?
Yes.
Fuck yourselves.
And what is our current score?
Oh,
Current score is CB5 6.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Nathaniel 9.
Ugh.
So far I'm 11 off the pace from last year.
But we're still under the total amount.
Yeah.
Still under.
So I think we've done better
Yes.
overall speaking.
You guys have matured over the past year.
I think we've done good here. I think we've done good. Okay. The Anthem and Robert and Chief, and we're done.
All right. So let's get back to Papa Doc Duvalier.
Papa Doc Duvalier. All right. So
there was the unreported check my Twitter feed.
Right.
And then seconds later, my heart hurts for the city of Baltimore.
Yes.
Every single person who lives here is just my precious little babies. They're all dying, and I don't get what's going on. But I love my police department because I'm trying to do everything I can to be governor one day.
Exactly right.
I so badly want to be governor. Please elect me governor. Just forget this all happened. It's not real. It's a bad dream.
Sure. You know it's a bad dream? All of that. Yeah. All right, so go ahead. I'm gonna report you. Go ahead.
Oh. And seconds ago, I was just thinking that shot has been sitting there for quite a while, and I'm sure it's not good. And it's not.
It's not.
Good.
No. Okay. So going back through Monday nights when all the shenanigans happened, and basically
because Baba Doc Duvalier shut down the bus line.
Yes, and because she apparently gave people space to do whatever they want. Yeah.
But don't get my words.
What?
She gave space to destroy.
No. But what did he just say?
I didn't hear.
I didn't say it.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said she gave people space to do the R word.
No.
Oh. Come on, Judge. You know you did it.
I didn't.
You know
I didn't.
Oh, you know you did. We're going to go to the tape afterward, and he's going to owe. Go ahead.
If he owes, okay, all right, guys. If anything is owed when the tapes are revisited, you guys will make them up next week. Judge's orders.
And double.
Doubled it?
Double it.
Okay.
double it just because.
Double it at the start of the podcast.
So, yes, so she said back off and allowed people to do what they were going to do.
And then she said she didn't say that.
But she did.
But she did.
We watched it live.
And then she called all the people who were destroying the city
Yes.
thugs.
Yes, she
and
did.
then Carl Stoke said, why don't you just call them N-words?
Who is a councilman in Baltimore.
That's not one of the words that denotes a shot. I just prefer not to say it. I prefer to just leave Carl Stokes to say it for me. And then she started a curfew.
Yes.
An unconstitutional curfew.
Completely unconstitutional.
And then,
just to clarify, it's not necessarily unconstitutional. Here's the problem. That the court has the ability, it's called capable of repetition, but evading review. This is what Roe versus Wade was, because it takes more than 9 months to get a case before the Supreme Court. It takes more than 9 months to get a case before the Supreme Court. So obviously, Roe versus Wade took more than 9 months, but they filed it under capable of repetition but escaping review. But the court has to exercise that authority, and when it doesn't do that, what happens is they say, well, you're no longer under a curfew, so we're not going to hear the case. But it's impossible to get before a judge before the curfew's lifted. So instead, what we have is nothing at all. So it's not unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional in so much as all the scholars say it is, but it's not because the Supreme Court has not ruled on it yet. Yeah. Because they can't take a case until a circuit court at least rules that it's unconstitutional, or that it is constitutional when they do that. But nonetheless, it is. But you have the right to assemble.
I would like to say that there have been mostly peaceful protests.
Since then.
Since Monday.
Absolutely right.
Everything has been peaceful except for once the curfew takes place. That's why people who wish to face off against constables do so.
And that's when they should do it, and that's when they are doing it. But can we just say that the constables are the one bringing the violence? Mm-hmm. They are the ones who are confronting violently. And then we must, as Malcolm X told us, we must respond in kind. So when they give us violence, we must give them violence back. That's how you fight the oppressor.
Okay. So I would like to close this off.
Sure.
Speaking of the one we refer to as Papadoc Gouveia.
We shouldn't have adopted that. I'm going to add that to the list. Because we know who you're talking about.
Oh, well, I can just change the name.
Your favorite mayor of Baltimore.
How about new Sheila Dixon? Or new Martin O'Malley?
Okay.
I actually like Kurt Schmoke. I wasn't going to
throw
him under the bus.
Deep pull. Yeah.
But.
And then, wait, who was before him? Oh, God. Somebody, and then Schaefer. Somebody, Schmoke.
O'Malley.
Schmoke, which sounds like a guy with a lisp saying smoke. Kurt Schmoke.
Hey, you got a smoke? You got a smoking bum?
No, that's not what they say. In Baltimore, you say, got Lucy. Lucy?
Got a Lucy?
Got a Lucy? Anyway.
It reminds me of the thing from Chappelle's Show where it's just like, I know black people. And it's just like, what is a Lucy? And like one of the white writers was just like, it sounds like I don't know, but it sounds like a fallacious woman. It's just like, it's not, but it should be. I'm going to give you a point.
By the way, can we talk about we need to talk about on another episode how accurate Dave Chappelle's black president was to what we have now?
Oh, I have to bring up the best joke from the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Right, go ahead.
That happened on Saturday.
While the city of Baltimore was in turmoil?
Yeah.
While people not mentioned at all.
While people were given room to destroy.
Right. Yes.
Why the fuck am I forgetting her name? She's on SNL.
She is now she's not an anchor, but
she's Weekend Update.
Is she?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, nonetheless, so go ahead.
I think the alcohol, alcohol has kept me from remembering correctly what her name is.
I'm going to put her picture right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and her name. Let's put her name along the bottom here. This is her name.
Just put it down underneath. Is her picture. Yeah. Yes. She made a joke where it's like, Secret Services had a bad year, but we shouldn't be too rough on them.
Tough job. Yeah, give them a round of applause.
Tough job.
Yeah.
They are actually the only constable department in the United States who gets in trouble if a black person actually dies.
Yes.
It's like,
And by the
ooh, sick burn.
the only mention
Yeah.
in the
And everybody went like,
Nerd
oh, ooh.
by the way,
Ooh. All the rich white people in the room were like, oh.
and the president
And
does
Obama's just like, oh, God. Ooh, I want nothing to do with this joke.
Not going to mention that in my remarks. Not going to mention it. So, yeah. So we stand here today on Saturday, May 2nd. Yes, May 2nd, 2015.
Not me. Assume from the.
You'll be watching this on the 5th, so that's fine.
Hopefully.
But
Either that or our livers have taken a punishment for no reason whatsoever.
the city's still under curfew. Our glorious mayor is still up in her ivory tower looking down upon the masses. Speaking of ivory, man, your skin looks super pale underneath this light.
I was just looking in the camera and saying that it looks super red, but maybe it's just the Capitals jersey that's making it.
In person, it looks very white. You look very, very Caucasian.
Cool.
Anyway, so we're still under curfew, and National Guard is still in the city. And here is my prediction. I want to call it right now. That 2 days after CNN leaves, no more than 2 days after CNN leaves, everything will calm down. Half the people who are here to be seen on cable news. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Sharpton, we haven't heard much from him, but he's in the city.
Oh, but I did love that him and Papadoc Duvalier were walking together.
Yeah.
Arm in arm. And the reporter was asking questions.
Yeah.
And Mayor Papadoc Duvalier was not taking questions at the time.
Nah.
But Al Sharpton was diverting. She'll answer questions at the press conference. She'll answer questions at the press conference. Is this the press conference? Is this the press conference? No. She'll answer questions at the press conference. Who didn't get fucking any answers at the press conference? Fucking Papadoc Duvalier. Put her picture up here. Fucking Papadoc Duvalier did not, under any circumstances, take questions that day. And,
in fact,
and on Monday, when the city was fucking burning, she didn't do shit. She was on Twitter. Don't check my Twitter feed. She wasn't saying shit. She waited until 8 o'clock at night when she said that she was going to install an unconstitutional curfew, and she was going to come out and just, like, oh, I called the National Guard because this shit got out of control. No, you fucking let it get out of control. You goddamn fucking bitch. You are fucking worthless, and you do not deserve to be in the office of anything. Anything. I hope you get to be Postmaster General and the post office fucking closes. You're a rising star in the Democratic Party. I hope Hillary puts you as Postmaster General and then the post office collapses. Post offices all over the country burn into the ground like a fucking jerk.
Okay, just so that's clear. Corey's comments are not those of the Anthem or of Robert Cheek. I do not wish post offices, which is a federal offense, to burn down.
No, I wasn't saying that people burn them down.
Okay.
I was saying that they just randomly burst into flames because people are showing their rights, showing their First Amendment rights. Fucking Postmaster General Papadoc Duvalier, real picture up here. Go fuck yourself.
So, the point I wanted to make was that people have a lot to say about Reverend Al Sharpton.
I have a lot to say about
He's
Papadoc
dying.
Duvalier.
She's dying
He's
over there.
trying to
So,
I'm trying.
So, Reverend Al, he has in his life done a lot of work, a lot of good work. But recently he's
done a lot of work that he hasn't paid the IRS for.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh.
But listen, by the way,
Willie Nelson spent time in jail, but somebody still owes $4.3 million to the federal government.
Somebody in this room had a 5-figure tax debt.
Yeah.
Which fucking sucks, by the way. Anyway, but beyond that, yes, he hasn't paid his taxes, but he also has been accused recently of being, and I'm going to put this in quotes, a race baiter. That's what he's been accused of being.
Accused?
And I was not on board with that until when it came out that 3 of the 6 officers charged in the Freddie Gray case were black.
The fracas?
He canceled his.
Wait, was
there? Nope. I know.
She looked at me and I said, no, it's not.
Yes, thank you. When it came out that 3 of the 6 LEOs were black, he canceled his press conference. And he was like, "Oh, well, I don't want to be part of this."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Wasn't the guy who was driving who got the most of the?
Yeah, the second-degree murder charge.
What? Real quick, just
Depraved
because
heart murder.
yeah, because we have a lawyer in the room.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm sure many people are asking this question. What is depraved heart murder?
Okay, so what it comes down to is this: it's when someone acts in a way that has a reckless disregard for human life. So,
So, like, if you were stabbed.
Yes.
Say EP stabbed you.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right this second,
Yeah.
and then you were bleeding out on the studio of the Anthem podcast,
Okay,
deep
so-
below the earth in Parkville, Maryland, and you were just dying, and you were like, "Please, somebody call an ambulance." And I'm just like, maybe I'll check Facebook first.
No. You may be in trouble for involuntary manslaughter, but not for depraved heart murder. If we could prove that because of something I said to her, I don't know, say last night, caused her to stab me in the chest, that would be first-degree murder because it was premeditated. If we could show that she, in the moment, was so passionately upset at me that she stabbed me, a good prosecutor could still get her for first degree, which in Maryland is now it's a death sentence, but death really means life because we no longer have a death penalty. Or they could prove second-degree murder, which means not that she has had premeditation, but that it was an act of quote-unquote passion. It's in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Depraved heart murder is something else. Depraved heart murder is I get in my car and I see a group of protesters in the street and I say, I got to get home. So I floor it through an intersection that is full of protesters. It is wanton disregard for human life. And you are taking an action, whether cognizant or negligent, basically in any form, in which you know you're risking human life and you don't care about the consequences. Depraved heart murder is what we should charge corporations with, or, the heads of corporations, when they're like, we're just going to, we know that there's lead paint in our toys. We just don't care. It's a cheaper way to do it. Kids die, whatever.
Kids aren't meant to live forever.
That doesn't happen, but it should. But in this case, basically what they're charging with is saying, you knew that you had an unstrapped, possibly injured person in the back of your van, and you then gave him a nickel ride. Nickel ride being apparently not what I've ever heard it called, but a rough ride. I always heard of it as a rough ride.
Yeah.
But you had an injured person in the back of your van. Instead of saying, let's get somebody out here who's qualified to say that he needs medical treatment or not, you then give him a rough ride on top of that. That's depraved heart murder. Because you knew or should have known that your actions could have led to the death of a person, and you had wanton disregard for human life. Much like, as I said, plowing through an intersection. Your intent is not to kill someone. Your intent is to get where you're going. But you know that your actions could lead to the death of a person, and you just don't care.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Wait,
raise your hand, please. Corey.
Yes. Follow-up question.
Sure.
No
questions!
She'll take questions at the press conference. She'll take questions at the press conference. Rob's having a press conference. I have a question. Oh, I'm not taking questions right now. See ya.
Yeah. Basically, I'm going to make my statement, and I will take questions at the end, but I'd like to make my statement.
So I like how every single press conference since then has been filled with people who are like totally in the bag for Papa Doc Duvalier.
Yes.
Or in front of school children who don't know any better.
Right. So,
not anybody who would be like, go fuck yourself. Like,
I have a question.
At least O'Malley took the streets where people said, you're fucking responsible for this shit. And he just sort of like acted like it wasn't.
You're free to have your opinion.
You're allowed to. Oh my god! I read a Yahoo News story about Martin O'Malley like coming back to Baltimore to like be a part of this.
Yeah.
And it was just like they totally glazed over it. It was just like his effective leadership made it better for America. Blah 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 blah. And it's just like some people said that it was his responsibility that this happened. And then he was just like, well, some people have their opinions. Martin O'Malley's running for president. It was just like, here, let's just put this out here, and then. Oh.
Okay, so let's do let's do two things right now. We're gonna role play. You are Papa Doc Duvalier, and I am one of the in the bag reporters.
Okay.
So you give your statement.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna do something because we're specifically on video this week.
So yeah.
I gotta get myself an ugly haircut.
Oh. Although you look kind of good as a hipster. That might be a good look for you. Just wet it down a little bit. Right? How hipster does he look right now?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Do I look like Papa Doc Duvalier?
A little bit, actually. Pretty close. The facial,
Okay.
a little too much facial hair. Not
A little bit too much.
a little bit too much.
She hasn't been growing a playoff beard.
All right, so
Go ahead.
You are giving a statement
Just a
about...
regular. Yeah, hold on. Let me give a statement that. How about this? I'll start off with a statement that I'm going to have to retract later on Twitter.
Okay.
And not in front of live reporters who are going to question me about it.
Wait.
So I don't give a shit if people die. Questions? Yeah. Rob Chico, the Anthem?
Okay. So my question is, you've done such an excellent job with the schools recently. I just have to applaud you on that. And I understand that it's a difficult job being mayor. So what do you plan to do in your run for governor to show that this wasn't a big deal?
Well, I would like to say, thank you for the question, first of all. I appreciate it. I'm very happy that 55% of black students in our school system graduate high school. It's more than 50, which means that I'm winning. And I think that if I was elected governor, the number of every single school in the county would be more than 50 as well.
Follow
And
up.
hold on, I'm not done yet.
Sorry, go ahead.
Why are you twisting my words? Huh?
No, I'm in the bag. You don't have to worry about me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I mean, I'll check your Twitter feed.
Sorry, WBAL News. I didn't mean to get in your face about it.
Visual. It's just
Did I say something wrong? Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. What was the follow-up question?
The follow-up is,
You were still talking.
what would you say to your critics?
I have to make sure that I don't smile. That's a big part of...
What would you say to your critics who say you're too good of a mayor?
I would say that nobody is ever too good. We can just strive to be too good.
And I would just like to applaud you on your job as a mayor. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you. I'm done with questions now. See ya.
So that's the press conferences now.
Yeah.
That's basically how that goes. The press corps has been reduced to like, okay, so what question would you like to ask? Yeah, you're not allowed at the press conference. So, basically.
Yes, question, Mayor.
Sure, go ahead.
A lot of black people seem to...
No questions!
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a pressing American Idol thing to get to. See ya.
I think the Baltimore Major League Baseball Club has a game going on, and I will be watching that now. Thank you.
Listen, they're doing history right now. Nobody's in the stands. I got to see this shit.
I gotta send this out.
All right,
I gotta send people to
go to the game.
report, and then I'm just going to sit in my office behind my lavish desk and my lavish chair, and I'm just gonna sit there with my legs folded, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah. Then what happened? Ooh, Baldo got a strikeout. Ooh, I hope it works out for him. We spent a lot of money on him. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Wait a minute. They didn't do the hot dog race? Why the fuck do we even have a stadium for these people if they're not going to do the hot dog race?
You had a follow-up for me.
Team Mustard.
Fuck mustard.
Hashtag Team Mustard.
Fuck mustard. You had a follow-up for me. Which you probably don't remember.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Whatever.
Anyway, it's totally unconstitutional. I still, and it's only my thoughts and my thoughts alone, not the thoughts of the Anthem or of Corey, think that you need to confront LEOs at every possibility.
Two questions, real quick.
ahead. Yes.
Just because we're getting the legal opinions going here.
Sure.
First one, do you think that Marilyn Mosby should be fighting this case, or do you think that the conflict of interest with the Fraternal Order of Police, number 3, is off base?
Here's what I'll say about that. The FOP saw a prosecutor who had deep ties to police officers in her whole family, and their complaint came after she charged their officer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should tell you everything you need to know about that situation.
Sort of like when we talked about the Boston bomber, where it's just like, it's better to say that he did it up front than to say, like, listen, now that we know he did it,
right?
He's really sorry.
Yes. Yeah, you sometimes just got to say, okay, he did. And so what the FOP said was, we are going to, we back our state's attorney. Good for her. We trust her. Wait, what did you say? We need independent counsel. That's what we need. Like
we need somebody who hasn't been involved at all up until this point
Right.
to start taking over now.
And somebody who, by the way, has no accountability to the city of Baltimore, preferably somebody from out of state. That would be great. In fact, we have this excellent NYPD attorney who I think would be great in a independent counsel role. Like, that's basically what they did. So,
follow up?
yes.
What do you think is the likely outcome of the case? Given just the information that you run right now,
Yeah.
from the press conference, like what she gave a pretty detailed press conference of
Yes.
what happened.
Yeah.
Given those facts, what do you think is going to end up happening when this actually goes to trial, assuming that it does?
I'm gonna make one point and then I'll address yours. I think that after a more thorough investigation, we will have 2 more second-degree murder charges come forth. And I think they're going to send it to the grand jury, and the grand jury will come back with 2 more officers being indicted for murder. If you're asking me, as it stands right now, what happens, I think that there are going to be acquittals for 4 of the officers, and 2 of the officers are going to get found guilty on lesser charges. I think you can't prove second-degree depraved heart murder for the driver of the van, because I think his defense is going to be, at every point in which I thought he was in distress, I called for backup, and I had them check. And the video shows he didn't get out of the cab of the truck. He stopped, or the van. He stopped, the officers came in and checked on him, and then left.
Mm-hmm.
And so from his mind, you can't get him for depraved heart. You might be able to get him on a manslaughter charge, maybe something lesser. Depraved heart murder is in fact a common law offense that's not going to be found in the statutes anywhere.
Yeah.
But you could probably get him for manslaughter, even to involuntary manslaughter or something.
But if you got one of them for second-degree murder, wouldn't you, in a way, sort of get them all?
No, because there is going to be a single actor who caused the injury which caused death. And I think the 2 bike cops who have not been... Was that one of the words? I was trying to think of the 2 words.
I like the
Was
delay.
that one of them?
The C word, yeah. You've been saying
And
officers this
I
whole
know, that's what I
time.
said. And then I was like, shit, I think that's one of the words. I'll take it after I'm done talking. So 2 of the bike officers chased him down an alleyway. He was up on his feet and running when he entered that alleyway, and they dragged him out and put him on his stomach when they exited the alleyway. Those are going to be the ones who are charged with second-degree murder, because they're going to say, but for whatever, and we don't even have to prove what happened, but we know that but for what happened there, his injury would not have occurred. That's enough to get you on a second-degree assault, or a second-degree murder. Now, the reality of the situation is this, that once that evidence is entered, if I represent one of them, what I would say is...
One of the
2 cops...
constables?
Fuck.
2?
Yes. One of the constables who was on a bike entering that alleyway, if I'm his attorney, what I say is, we are not pleading to that charge. Give us something. Give me something less than that. First-degree assault. Assault that leads to to the death.
I mean, none of these people are going to be able to be in uniform again, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, they absolutely can. Doesn't matter. You can get charged with depraved indifference as a constable and just move somewhere else.
Yeah, but I mean, they have 8th Amendment issues.
Well, whether or not they're going to be in jail, that's a whole different separate thing.
Yeah.
3 of the constable's charges will most likely be pled down to something that doesn't involve jail time. So they'll have 3, 4, 5 years of probation, and after that, they'll go somewhere else and get a job as a constable. That's the sad part of us, is that one of the things we've been calling for, we being those who are generally in this movement against the LEOs, say that we need to have a national list. And once you are on that list, you can no longer be hired anywhere. But the reality is that...
Unless you're Paul Blart Mall constable.
But the reality is that if you get fired from somewhere, you just move far enough away that they haven't heard of it, and you get rehired. The guy who shot Tamir Rice had been fired from 3 different agencies before that. And there's just no list. So they said, oh, well, I see that you've graduated from the academy. Good for you. How many years experience do you have? Sure. Where was that experience? Good. Sounds good to me. We'll hire you. Let's put a gun in your hands and make you protect and serve the public.
Yeah.
Fuck. All
Overall, though, are you happy with what has happened? Charges wise,
I think that it's
a step in the right direction. If it ends up,
it is a step in the right direction, but I think that it is meant to appease the public, not to.
So you would agree with the FOP that they rushed to it?
No. No. I don't think that they rushed to it. I think that everyone who is charged right now is guilty of offenses except for the driver with the second-degree murder. But that
you
being
mean the
said,
heart murder?
Depraved heart murder.
Yeah.
It's second-degree, though. Second-degree murder, depraved heart.
Yeah.
Other than that charge, all of the rest of them are justified. I don't think she rushed to that, but I think that announcing on Friday was a rush. That was to stop violence this weekend. That was to keep people out of the streets this weekend. And I think it was to send a message that justice will be served. And it will be. Theoretically, it will be served in some way. But I don't know that without CNN being here, I don't know that that would have happened on Friday. Because I imagine what would have happened is she would have taken it to a grand jury and seen what the grand jury brought back. And then if the grand jury didn't bring anything back, I sense from her that she would have still charged them absent the grand jury and then gone to a preliminary hearing and seen if she could prove the charges before the district court judge. And there's a lot of law in there. But basically, grand jury's indictment means that you don't have to go before any judges. The charges stick. If you don't get a grand jury indictment, then you have to go to before a judge and prove probable cause for the charges. So probable cause of me being an asshole.
All right. Well,
I know. Shut up.
Well, if you've never been charged with second-degree depraved heart murder, you can find more of us at otheanthem.com, Corey at otheanthem.com, Oh the Anthem on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and the listener line, 443-219-7595.
What's that number again?
And there you go.
Yeah.
443-219-7595. You definitely want to listen to Rob's part here.
You can find me on all your social networks at Robert N. Cheek. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all of your social networks
Snapchat.
at Robert N. Cheek. You can also, I encourage you to check out the Acceptability of Violence series, which is a blog series on foundingthefuture.us/blog. All of them are found under AOV-. There are 7 different episodes. So you should look those up. That certainly shows you where my mind of thinking is. Also, Jim, you could find my book on Amazon. Search my name, Robert N. Cheek, or look for the Movement Insurrection on Amazon. And a deaddrop.com, which we are still in the midst of a revamp on that website. So.
Sounds like there's trouble brewing.
Trouble is brewing. But most importantly, I have to stress, you could find new founders on Twitter, foundingthefuture.us, and at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks.
And honestly, I'm not one for pitching Rob's book.
Sure.
But it is alarmingly appropriate at this time.
And so people have been saying, like, oh, you're just trying to pitch your book. Do you even really think this? To be fair, I do honestly hold all these beliefs. And all of these beliefs led to me writing a fictional account that is literally coming true as we speak.
Yeah.
The chapters 15 to 20 are about how because of the overreaction of LEOs in one city, that an entire group of protests jumps up in every American city, and because of that, we start to address the problems, and the people realize that only direct confrontation is a way to change the system. That's what we're experiencing right now. So read the book to find out what's going to happen in the next 5 years. That's awesome.
Well, this week I think that everyone, except for Stephanie Rawlings-Blake,
yeah,
did good here this week.
Yes, and I will say this week, I think we have done good.
Yeah. All right.
Except for the alcohol.
That was a terrible idea. What's our count at, by the way? What's our final?
Final count. Corey Baker, filmmaker, 8. Robert Nathaniel Cheek, 11.
Ooh.
Here's what I'll say. It's the unfortunateness of the topic. That's the problem. If we were just talking about some
last
movie...
week I did say, if you want to get Rob, and then what did everybody say? We're done, right?
No.
We call it final?
Straight to the end. Straight to the end.
All right. Well, then people suggested all the things that we have been our words this week.
And you are all welcome. This is what happens when you select words. But, last year was Donald Sterling and all the racism.
And Clippers.
I am so... sports I could care less about. I mean, the Orioles and the Ravens I'm down for. Baseball...
Take it all the way to the end. Take it all the way to the end. I was trying to let you off easy.
Right.
So what's the final count again?
12 to 8 now.
12 to 8.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. I'm supporting my hometown teams, but I don't care about sports in general. So last year was your year. It was your year to overdrink in talking about how passionate you were about sports. This is my year to overdrink because I'm talking about politics. So.
Yeah, well, I hope politics things happen every early May.
Listen to me, everybody. Support the revolution in your hometown. Viva la revolution.
Do you want to take us to the post?
I do. Let me not puke in a bag.
I would like to.
Oh, fuck you. For Corey and Rachel and EP, Freddie Gregg, and all of those revolutionaries out on the street, keep doing good work. This is Rob. Have a great week, everybody.
You didn't say for Corey.
I did say for Corey.
You did say for Corey. But guess who doesn't need to be in office anymore?
Who's that?